Greetings and welcome to the Fan Perspective. I'm your host Nathan Lyle, and this is WNBA Weekly, the show where twice a week, usually on Mondays and Fridays, sometimes a day early if the schedule permits, I stand in front of this camera and I talk about things that happened recently in the association and things I'm looking forward to in the upcoming days. And so the only thing that's happened between now and the last video I did is that the All-Star game was played and it was fun, it was exciting. I watched it. I hope you got a chance to see it. You know, there was a whole barrage of three-pointers. There was a record high 81 three-pointers attempted in this game. Attempted, not made, attempted keyword, but a lot of them were going down, and it was a high-scoring affair. Both teams took leads, both teams made their runs. It was this whole back and forth. The East had the lead late in the game. Then at the 2-minute drill, Maya Moore just turns it on. She scores 10 straight points all on her own, giving them a lead, giving the Western Conference a lead. She finishes with an All-Star game record 30 points. She takes home the MVP trophy as the West wins 117-110. So now I'm going to go ahead and talk about all the games that you can look forward to in the upcoming days. And all of these games, if you're new to the channel and haven't seen this video before, every single one of these games I'm saying the Eastern Standard Time, so make sure they're adjust for your time zone. I'll tell you which ones are being broadcast nationally, but for the rest, check your local listings, or you can see every single one of these games on WNBA Live Access. So, starting with Tuesday, the first game back, Indiana at Connecticut at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, of course. And this game was actually supposed to be played before the All-Star break, but weather delays prevented Indiana from making the flight out to Connecticut, so it was delayed until now. Both of these teams, they've had some tough losses recently. As of right now, Connecticut is only half a game in front of Indiana for that 4th seed, so this basically a playoff battle, which a lot of these second half games are going to be. You know, we're hitting grind time. You know, you're starting to see a few teams at the very top and at the very bottom. They're starting to get some separation. So, like, for those teams in the middle, this is when you need to start winning. We can't afford losing streaks at this point in time. And then you've got Chicago at Phoenix, rematch of last year's finals. You know, this is their first time playing this season. Both of these teams look a little bit different, but they're both playing very well. It'll be great to see them, how they match up. So, and then on Wednesday, you've got Seattle at Washington. That one's a morning game. It's going to be at 11:30 a.m. Once again, that's Eastern Standard Time. So if you're like actually in Seattle and you want to see your team play, it's going to be like at 8:30 in the morning. And yeah, Washington, they went into the All-Star break on a 3-game winning streak, looking to extend that. Seattle, they had a 3-game homestand. They won 2 of those, lost the last one. You know, they're looking to get back on the winning track again because, you know, they're still fighting for their playoff lives right now. So, you know, it's not too late to get on a good winning streak. You know, put a few more under your belt if you can. Then you've got New York at Indiana at 7 p.m. You know, New York, they've taken their place at the top of the conference, while the Fever, you know, they're fighting to just keep pace and stay in that playoff race. Every win counts. So that's going to be an intense one. Then you've also got Los Angeles at Minnesota. That one's going to be on NBA TV at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, you know, from what I'm hearing so far, Alana Beard and Candace Parker are both expected to make their debuts. And it's hard to say how many minutes they're going to play or how effective they're going to be. But, you know, Candace Parker, 2-time MVP, I have faith that she's going to make an impact. And, you know, it'll be the first time this season that, you know, the Los Angeles Sparks are actually going to be at full strength, and they're going to need it against the Lynx. And especially since, you know, right now the Los Angeles is still stuck in last place. You know, they need to get a few wins under their belt. They still have yet to win on the road this season. And then you've also got Atlanta at San Antonio at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Thursday, you've got Phoenix at Tulsa. That one's at 8 p.m. And, you know, Tulsa, they're struggling as expected. Phoenix, they're not struggling so much. So, I mean, right now they're basically fighting each other for 3rd place, but that might not be true in a couple of weeks. We'll see if Tulsa can get a few wins here and there. Like, I expect them to fall. They might fall out of the playoffs, and maybe not this week, but I mean, like, we'll see. We'll see what happens in 2 weeks from now if they're still able to hold on to that 4th spot, because they've got some tough games like this one. Phoenix is a difficult team to face off against. So anyways, that's it for this edition of WNBA Weekly. Tune in next week for another all-new edition on Friday. And until then, this has been The Fan Perspective. I'm your host, Nathan Lyle. Have a good week. Hope you enjoyed the All-Star break. And, I'm glad summer is, like, winding down. Like, July is usually the worst month, isn't it? Like, August, I feel like it'll start cooling down just a little bit. And then, oh my God, I'm going to breathe a huge sigh of relief in September because I live in Texas, y'all. It is hot down here.